Okay, so today I will explain to you how to start your B2 topics. Now, for example, obviously, if you really want to face your test in terms of speaking, B2 paper, B2 exam pattern, okay, obviously, there are a lot of things which we will discuss exactly. But today, for example, I will take one topic which is inequality. We call it as inégalité, okay. Now, today again, I'm going to explain to you because you know what, in French language, it's a very vast concept and we cannot limitize our content, right? See, now, first of all, we have to understand how to start. Now, for example, your topic for inequality. Now, listen to me very carefully. In your exam pattern, you will get this type of paper, this type of chits, I would say, wherein there is something which is written for inequality in 10 to 11 lines. You have to read those lines, okay? On the basis of those lines, there's an author also, the date of the publication of this article, and this article has been taken from the magazine, newspaper. We have three things which we have to analyze. Now, first of all, we have to read the entire topic. Now, for example, inequality, and you have to read those 10 to 11 lines, which will be written in the paper, okay? And there is an author also, the date of the publication of the article, and it is taken from the magazine, newspaper, internet site, the theme of this article. So after reading this theme, you have to observe your point of view also, and you have to take the author's point of view also. Because the theme you are reading, this is author point of view. After reading the author point of view, you have to explain your point of view. You cannot start your B2 B2 like the template I have given to you, the notion of a top survey. No, no. First, we have to make a plan. We have to make a plan. We call it plan. Is it clear to you, my teammates? Now, I will explain to you how to start with those topics. Okay. Now, first, I will explain to you a bit things in English, then we'll start in French. Because we have to understand first how we can start our topics. Is it clear to you, my teammates? Okay. Now, my teammates, now, for example, you have one topic, you have a theme of inequality. Okay. The theme of the inequality, you will say, okay, today I'm going to describe one theme. Okay. And obviously, I want to explain the term inequality because in your B2 program, you have to explain the theme. The theme you are going to explain, you have to make a question. Listen to me very carefully. For example, you have a theme of inequality, okay? So you have to ask the question from yourself. Now, first of all, how to start with this? I will explain to you. Now, first of all, you have to explain the theme which you're going to describe, and it is written by which author and the date of the publication. And then you will say something which you have observed after reading the author point of view. Then you will explain the problematic. What is problematic? Problematic is not a problem. Problematic is your question. You have to ask a question from yourself, and on the basis of those questions, you have to speak your entire content. Then you have to make a plan. Like for example, if I will say, first of all, I will discuss the problematic, then secondly, I will discuss the disadvantages, then I will discuss the impact, the consequence, and the solution. Then you will start your topic. Is it clear to you, my teammates? Now repeat after me. And this is the terms which you have to speak with me. Okay? Now, par exemple, le thème. Now, for example, you have a topic for inequality. Now, how to start from the beginning, very beginning, how to start your B2 terms. Le thème que je vais décrire et expliquer, c'est l'inégalité. What I'm saying, now, for example, I have a topic of inégalité, inequality. So how I will start my terms? I will say le thème. Le thème is the theme that I'm going to describe. So répétez après moi. Le thème que je vais décrire. I'm going to describe et expliquer and explain. C'est c'est l'inégalité, which is inequality. Car ceci est écrit par un auteur. Now, this is written by. Car because ceci est écrit. What is écrit? We have a verb écrire. Écrire is my verb to write. All of you understand écrire verb to write. Ceci est écrit par, which is written by an author, author, blah blah blah. What is the name of the author? So you will mention the name of the author. Et la date de publication and the date of the publication. The set article of this article is a, now for example, the date of publication is 24th of March, blah blah blah. I will say, et la date de publication de cet article est 24 mars, 24 avril, 24 septembre, anything. Is it clear to you? Now, for example, the date is 1990, I would say. Then you will say 1900. C'est clair. 90, 1990, anything. So you have to explain the entire terms and date. Is it clear to you? Which is written in your article. The article, the paper which will pass to you in your exam. OK? Now, répétez après moi. Le thème que je vais décrire et expliquer, c'est l'inégalité. Car ceci est écrit par un auteur et la date de publication de cet article est bla bla bla, the date of the publication. Cet article fait partie du magazine. It means if you will say this article is the part of the magazine. In your exam, it will mention over here, it is taken from the website, or is it taken from the internet, it is taken from the magazine or the newspaper. If it is a part of the magazine, you will say cet article fait partie du magazine. If the part of the website, cet article fait partie du site internet, the site of the website. If taken from the journal, cet article fait partie du journal, newspaper. Et en d'autres termes, and in other terms, je dirais que, I would say that, dirais, conditional. We have a verb dire. Dire, c'est votre conditional. Dire, cet article est tiré du magazine. Yes, it is taken from tire. Tire is my verb to snatch. But I'm using this term, cet article est tiré du magazine. This, and in other terms, et en d'autres termes, je dirais que cet article est tiré du magazine. Is it clear to you? Clear, my teammates? So, répétez après moi. Le thème que je vais décrire et expliquer, c'est l'inégalité. Car ceci est écrit, this is your starting basically. You have to start your things from this. Is it clear to you? Now you will say, I have fully gone through of this topic, with this topic, and which I'm going to represent, because you're going to represent the theme inequality, and which you have observed in the sheet. D'autres affiche. What is affiche? Affiche, what to say affiche? In English, affiche, basically affiche is a French word. The chit, the poster you will receive for your inequality, because you will get a very small chit. You have to choose. You will get a small affiche. The small chit we called as affiche. You have to read those 10, 5, 6 lines, whatever it will mention over there. So after reading this, you will say, I have fully gone through of this topic, and which I'm going to represent, and I observe a lot of things according to the author point of view. Is it clear to you? Clear? Because you read the author, first you read the author content. Is it clear to you, my team? Then you will say, j'ai entièrement parcouru ce sujet que je vais représenter et j'observe beaucoup de choses selon le point de vue de l'auteur. I'm totally gone through my teammates. Now, répétez après moi. This is how we can start a topic, my teammates. Parkour basically say what's literal meaning of parkour is to journey. Literal meaning of parkour is your stage, your project. Is it clear to you? Your task. But over here, I'm using some terms. Mon parcours. I have already gone through. Parcours is my parcours. Parcours, c'est votre passé composé. We have a verb basically. Pen down, please. We have a verb parcourir. Pen down, please. We have a verb parcourir. Parcourir is my verb to browse also. I have browsed entire content of the author. How to say with this? Parcourir is to go through, is to run through. But I'm using my passé composé. Now répétez après moi. I'm giving you one vocab also and pen down those vocab. It will help you. Traverser, répétez après moi. Traverser en courant. Répétez après moi. Traverser en courant. Traverser is to run across. Traverser is to cross basically. We have a vocab. Traverser is to cross. If I will say par exemple traverser en courant, it means I run across. I have gone through. See, you use English, I have gone through with this profile. I have come across with your profile. I have browsed your profile. How to say those things? I'm using the content of parcourir and traverser en courant. C'est clair, my team? So my team, I will say, j'ai entièrement parcouru ce sujet. I have entirely gone through with this sujet, with this topic. See, I'm using cet article. The synonym of article is sujet, the subject. Que je vais représenter, which I'm going to represent, et j'observe beaucoup de choses, and I observe a lot of things, selon le point de vue de l'auteur, according to the author point of view. C'est clair, my teammates? So, my teammates, this is how we can start. Et l'auteur a très bien expliqué, you will say, and the author has well defined. L'auteur a très bien expliqué ce sujet. It means saying the author has well defined this topic et a utilisé une texture différente du vocabulaire. Team, use those terms in your B2 because B2, you see, I'm speaking for inequality, but before moving pattern of my, to explain, I cannot start my topic dramatically. Inequality contain a lot of disadvantages, blah, blah, blah. No. In your B1 and your B2 also, you have to make a plan. Il y a des projets qui est très nécessaire. If you will not go with this project is what your project. It means you will not receive your marks. So, répétez après moi, le thème que je vais décrire et expliquer, c'est l'inégalité. Car ceci est écrit par un auteur, you have to mention the author name, which is mentioned in the affiche, et la date de publication de cet article, et cet article fait partie du magazine, journal, site internet, et en d'autres termes, je dirais que cet article est tiré du magazine, exactement. Et j'ai entièrement parcouru ce sujet que je vais représenter et j'observe beaucoup de choses selon le point de vue de l'auteur. Et l'auteur a très bien expliqué ce sujet, a utilisé une texture différente du vocabulaire. Team, this is your B2 text. Now, for example, think forward. Pensez s'il vous plaît, réfléchissez s'il vous plaît. The topic, the theme is, par exemple, pollution, le télétravail, the work from home. Okay, you have to discuss for the disadvantages of work from home and the advantages of work from home. Okay, now first of all, you have to use those content. Le thème que je vais décrire et blah blah blah. Is it clear to you? And the author has explained this topic very beautifully and used some different texture of the vocabulary. Is it clear to you? It means l'auteur a très bien expliqué ce sujet et a utilisé une texture différente du vocabulaire. Is it clear to you, my teammates? Okay. Then I will say this is a theme. I'm giving you the plan how to make your plan in your B2. Because, see, now, par exemple, vous voulez réussir dans votre examen de DELF B2, et je ne sais pas, TEF aussi, vous devez suivre les règles et les réglementations. You have to follow, vous devez suivre. Suivre is my verb to follow. You have to follow the rules and regulations. Okay? Then I will say, however, I'm agreed in some extent. If, now team, listen to me very carefully. Now, for example, then you will explain if you are agreed with the author point of view, whatever it is written by the author, if you are agreed, then you will say, however, I am also agreed in some extent, okay, where author has clearly defined the terms inequality. So what you will say? However, now use the connector. Cependant, let me write it down. Cependant is, however, je suis également d'accord. I'm equally agreed, d'accord. Je suis totalement, je suis également d'accord avec dans une certaine mesure, exactement. With the certain point, with some extent, dans une certaine, in some extent, dans une certaine mesure. C'est clair. Où is where, this où is where, l'auteur a clairement défini, using a passé composé, where author has clearly defined passé composé, avoir verb, définir, PP is défini, where author has clearly defined, où l'auteur a clairement défini le terme inégalité. C'est clair, why? Is it clear to you, my teammates? So today I want to ask a question. If then again, now, team, listen to me. Listen to me. Now, first of all, think yourself. First of all, I explain the theme. Then because I read an article, I read an affiche, and I speak for what author has represent, and am I agreed with the author point of view? Then I explain, yes, the author has a très bien expliqué ce sujet et a utilisé une texture différente and is using a very good texture, different texture of the vocabularies du vocabulaire. And yes, I'm totally agreed with the author point of view. Je suis également d'accord avec dans une certaine mesure. Sorry, je suis vraiment désolé. Où l'auteur a clairement défini le terme inégalité. Then I will say, then the next rule is the next step. I'm giving the steps to explain your B2. Then the second rule is you will say, today I want to ask a question, and based upon my question, then you have to make a question to, you have to present a question to yourself, and the basis of this question, you have to present your subject, your sujet, your article. This is called as problematic. Listen to me very carefully. What is problematic? In this step, now in this step, you have to create the problematic. Problematic is your question. Say clair. Then I will say, so today I want to ask a question. And based upon my question, because this is problematic, you have to maintain this rule. This is a rule of B2. You have to make a problematic first in order to describe your sujet. And this problematic you will make in this step only. The step I'm giving it to you. Say clair, why? Then you will say, so today I want to ask a question, and based upon my question, I will explain my entire content, the content of my theme. in which I will also discuss the disadvantages and consequences. Then you are making a plan. You are presenting your plan in front of examiner. Then after the problematic, I will discuss the disadvantages, because obviously inequality have the disadvantages, not advantages, and consequences. And yes, in the last, for lastly, will submit the solution in order to overcome from this problem. It means you will discuss it means you represent your plan in front of your examiner. I will discuss the disadvantage, then consequences. Now, first of all, problematic. It means question, then disadvantage, then consequence, and lastly, will submit the solution. This is your plan. Then you will say, donc, you're using the first connector cependant. May I have this whiteboard? Take the screenshot, please. And donc, so, aujourd'hui, today, je vais poser une question. I want to ask a question. Et sur la base de ma question and on the basis of my question, répétez après moi, my teammates. Is it clear to you? Repeat after me, s'il vous plaît. Donc, aujourd'hui, today, je vais poser, I want to ask. Je vais poser une question. I want to ask a question. This is your problematic. Et sur la base de ma question and the basis of my, sur la base, sur la base, upon the base of my question, je vais expliquer tout mon contenu. I am going to explain all of my content. Tout is all. Mon contenu, all of my content. Dans lequel, in which, lequel. Dans which, dans lequel, je discuterai également de la inconvénient et conséquences, et ouais, pour enfin présentera la solution afin de soumettre de cela. Is it clear to you? De cela? Now, what I'm saying, my teammates, repeat after me. Surmonter cela? Yes. Okay, now. Donc, so, aujourd'hui, today, je vais poser une question. I want to ask a question, because these are terms of B2. Et sur la base de ma question, and upon the base of my question, je vais expliquer tout mon contenu. I'm going to explain all of my content, dans lequel, in which, je discuterai également de l'inconvénient. I'm going to, dans lequel, in which, je discuterai, I will discuss equally, également, de l'inconvénient of my disadvantages. A consequence, a oui and yes, pour yes. Pour enfin, présentera in the end, présentera enfin, and in the end, for ending, présentera la solution. It means will submit the solution afin de surmonter cela, in order to overcome from this. Surmonter. Surmonter is to surpass. Surpasser is to overtake, is to overcome. Afin de surmonter cela, in order to overcome from this. Is it clear to you, my teammates? So this is your initially how to start your B2. Clear? Now, first of all, as I explained to you, now you will start your theme. You have to create the problematique. It's not a problem, it's a question. You will say, what, je suis vraiment désolé. What is inequality between the gender, especially in my developing country? I'm asking a question. Is this what exists in the developed country? I'm asking a question. What is inequality between the men and the women, especially in my developing country? Because you know, my teammates, in your B2, you have to go for the country comparison also. That's a rule. That how you can stretch your topics. Now I am going with this question, but I'm taking the country comparison. What is inequality between the gender, especially in my developing country? Is this what exists in the developed countries? If this word contain a lot of negativity, then why this word exists in this world? This is my question. Is it clear to you? Clear? I will say, quelle est inégalité entre les hommes et les femmes? Is it clear to my team? Surtout, especially, pen down please. Surtout dans mon pays en développement, especially in my, because we are in the developing country, especially because I'm giving the country command, dans mon pays en développement. Est-ce que, I'm asking a question, est-ce que ce mot existe dans les pays développés? Est-ce que is a question, is this word, ce mot, this word exists dans les pays in the country developed, développé? Si, what is this? Is this word, est-ce que mot existe dans le pays développé? If this word contains, si, ce mot, if, ce mot, this word contient, contain, what is contenir? Is my verb to contain. We have a verb contenir. Si ce mot contient to contain beaucoup de négativité, alors then we have a connector alors, then, alors, puis, then we have a alors, either you can say puis is also then, alors, then, pourquoi ce mot existe dans ce monde? This is your problematic. Team, first of all, you have to follow, tu dois suivre, my teammates, mes équipes, vous devez suivre la règle et la réglementation parce que la langue française, DELF B2, ce qui existe seulement sur votre point de vue exactement, sur l'autre point de vue exactement, et c'est la langue. Il y a des sons et sens de la langage. This is the sense and feeling, sense of the language. Il y a des sons, sense, et sons, sentiments, the langue. Is it clear to you? So my teammates, quelle est l'inégalité? Quelle est la pollution? Quelle est l'Internet? Now, obviously, you have to ask a question to yourself. If this is internet, so you have to make a question according to the internet. But I'm using the inequality. Quelle est l'inégalité? You have to ask a question from a jury. Quelle est l'inégalité entre les hommes et les femmes, surtout dans mon pays en développement? Et ce mot existe, est-ce que, if I would say, est-ce que ce mot existe dans les pays développés? Est-ce que is what? Whenever I'm asking a question, est-ce que ce mot existe dans les pays développés? If, si ce mot contient, if this word contient beaucoup de négativité, alors pourquoi ce mot existe dans ce monde? Why this word exists in this world? Is it clear to my team? Then I will start my theme. For example, inequality mostly we have seen in the offices, in home, in school, which stop the growth of the nation. Is it clear to you? So then I will start with my topics. Is it clear? Then I will explain l'inégalité que nous avons surtout vu. What is view? We have a verb, voir is my verb to see, and the pepe, the past of voir is view. The past of voir is view. So I'm saying l'inégalité que nous avons surtout vu au bureau. Inequality, mostly we have seen, nous avons vu, nous avons especially, we have especially seen, surtout especially, vu au bureau. À la maison, in the house, à l'école, in the school, qui arrête, which stop, la croissance de la nation qui arrête, which stop. La croissance is to growth. Croissance. La croissance de la nation will stop the growth of the nation. Is it clear to you, my teammates? Use my terms. The session in the recording and listen to the recording again and again and again and again. Is it clear to you, my teammates? Clear? Now, then I will say the relation between two expressions. Obviously, inequality is what? This is the relationship between two expressions that are not equal. Is define the word inequality. Is it clear to you? Especially in India, whatever you want to say. La relation, répétez après moi, la relation entre deux expressions qui ne sont pas égales, which are not, ne sont pas negation, which are not equal, égal, est définie par le mot inégalité and defined by the word inequality. Is it clear to you, my team? Répétez après moi. La relation entre deux expressions qui ne sont pas égales est définie par le mot inégalité. One of the most distinctive form of social inequity come within the sphere of the gender and the caste, where people coming from the marginalized sections of the social categories, whatever I want to say, is it clear to you, are directly impacted in the terms of their opportunities, access to access to essential utilities and their potential as a whole. Many reasons why inequality is bad for a society. For example, we have economic inequality. Can whatever I want to say, is it clear to you, my team? Clear? Now let's read this. Teammates, this is how we can grab this B2 content. Okay, now please practice with my stuff. L'un des plus distinctifs, one of the most distinctive form of social inequity come within the spheres of gender. Now repeat after me. L'un, the one, des plus, one of the most distinctive is what? Distinctive, les formes d'inégalité sociale relevant des sphères du genre et de la caste. What is genre? Genre is a gender. Genre is your gender. Is it clear to you? Now, l'un des plus distinctive, one of the most distinctive, the form of social inequality. Social, les formes d'inégalité sociale, the form of the social inequality within the sphere come with the relevant, is to relevant. Relevant des sphères, it means come within the sphere. Social, relevant des sphères, it means within the sphere of the, what is sphere? Is a circle. Relevant des sphères du genre, the gender. This is inequality between the gender et la caste and the caste, où les personnes issues des groupes marginalisés découchés de ces catégories sociales. What is that? The people coming from the marginalized sections of the social categories, is it clear to you, sont directement, are directly impactés, sont directement, are directly impacted, impacté en termes which is directly impacted in the terms of the opportunities, d'opportunité, d'accès aux services essentiels. D'accès is to access to essential utilities. D'accès aux services essentiels, the service of essentials. OK? Et leur potentiel dans son ensemble, and their potential as a totally on together, and their potential as a whole. Now, répétez après moi. Where we were. Now, speak again. L'un des plus distinctifs, les formes d'inégalité sociale relevant des sphères du genre et la caste. See, this is my point of view. I'm saying one of the most distinctive form of social inequality come with the spheres of the gender. If you will say, use the term relevant des sphères, it means come within the sphere of. This is, I'm giving you some templates. Relevant des sphères du genre, the come with the sphere of the gender, genre, we have a gender, et la caste, et de la caste, and of the caste, où les personnes issue des groupes. It means where the people are coming from the group of the marginalized sections, marginalisés, découchés de ces catégories sociales, the section of these social categories, which has sont directement impactés, are directly impacted en termes d'opportunités, d'accès aux services essentiels, the access to the essential utilities, et leur potentiel dans son ensemble, and their potential as a whole, ensemble. Plusieurs raisons. There are many reasons. Répétez après moi. Plusieurs raisons. Plusieurs is many. Plusieurs raisons pour which, lesquelles, which, pour in which. In which, pour lesquelles l'inégalité est mauvaise pour la société. Inequality is bad for the society. Donc, pour lesquelles, in which, for which. Is it clear? Many reasons why inequality is bad for the society. Plusieurs raisons pour lesquelles l'inégalité est mauvaise pour la société. Is it clear to you, my teammates? Now, par exemple, l'inégalité économique, inequality économique, peut donner aux personnes les plus riches exactement. The economic inequality, l'inégalité économique. So economic inequality can give, peut donner, can give aux personnes les plus riches, which give the person more rich, exactement, un degré inacceptable. In the degree of, it means un degré, degree, unacceptable. But I'm saying, if say in English, it is totally uh, uh, economic inequality. It means the people, the rich, are becoming more and more rich, which is totally unacceptable thing. Degree of unacceptable, the thought of unacceptable. So I've said degré unacceptable. L'inégalité économique, inequality, economic inequality peut donner aux personnes, can give the person les plus riches, the rich people is becoming more rich, a degré unacceptable, which is totally unacceptable way. Now, for example, say the people, the rich become big, the person who is rich is becoming more and more rich, and which is totally unacceptable or dramatically not acceptable. Un décret unacceptable. The contrôler sur la vie des autres and control over the life of others, exactly. Economic inequality can give wealthier people an unacceptable degree of control over the life of others, exactly. So this is, we have an inequality. L'inégalité économique peut donner aux personnes les plus riches un degré unacceptable de contrôler sur la vie des autres. It is very important. See why I'm giving you my content. We'll discuss a lot of topics, 50, 60, 70, 80 topics in your B2. And in every topic, I have to speak. So that you take the content and you discuss with yourself, you practice with those stuff. Now, for example, you want to clear OTEF. In TEF also, you have to, convince your examiner. For this, you have to speak on. Now, for example, in your TEF exam, you have to convince your examiner for inequality. Why this word exists? No, 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 no. Let's do something. So you have to use those lines only. You have to explain, right? C'est bien. Why? So I will say l'inégalité économique peut saper l'équité des institutions politiques. Saper is my verb to undermine. I'm giving you a lot of vocabularies for B2. So répétez après moi. L'inégalité économique, economic inequality, peut saper, can undermine l'équité des institutions politiques, undermine the fairness of the political institutions. Saper, undermine. L'inégalité économique sape l'équité du système économique lui-même. Répétez après moi. L'inégalité économique, economic inequality undermines SAP, the fairness of the economic system itself. L'équité du système économique lui-même. Lui-même is what? Itself. Moi-même, myself, répétez après moi. Moi-même, myself, toi-même, yourself, and lui-même, itself. Is it clear to you, my team? Il perturbe tous les systèmes. I'm talking for the inequality. Il perturbe. We have a verb perturber. Perturber is a verb to disturb. Il perturbe tous les systèmes du pays. Exactement. Exactement. Il perturbe tout le système du pays. It disturbs all the system, entire system of the country. Cependant, however, in today's age, one can observe that this problem is going to increase day by day. Is it clear to you? Gradually and slowly, it creates a threat for the human. People are itself involved exactly in this. I'm afraid to see that. Educated people are also involved. Is it clear to you, my teammates? In this term, inequality, which I have seen in the offices, and for many, for my point of view, I'm using my term, how to, if, from my point of view, this is a red virus which exists in a nation. Tell me yes and no. Now, teammate, how to speak in French. Cependant, however, may I rub this whiteboard? Yeah. Cependant, à l'ère d'aujourd'hui, is what? In today's age. The no sure in also today's age. However, in today's age, one can observe that cependant à l'ère d'aujourd'hui, in today's age, there's a frame. On peut observer que ce problème va augmenter, this problem va augmenter. Allez voir conjugué, is going to increase. De jour en jour, day by day, progressivement, gradually, et lentement and slowly. Progressivement, gradually, lentement, slowly. Il crée une menace pour le humain. It creates the threat for the humans. Il crée, this is how you can use those templates, my team. Il crée une menace. Menace pour le humain, pour les humains also, pour le humain. Les gens sont eux-mêmes. What is eux-mêmes? Les gens the people are itself. It means is my plural. EUX. Is themselves. Eux-mêmes. The people are themselves. Eux-mêmes. Is my EUX is my plural. Eux-mêmes. Moi-même, myself. Soi-même, himself, herself. Okay. Eux-mêmes, themselves. Eux-mêmes. So les gens sont eux-mêmes impliqués, involved. Sont impliqués. Sont eux-mêmes impliqués is my verb to involve. Là-dedans. Is it clear to you? It means the people are itself involved in this. Là-dedans. The people are itself, les gens sont eux-mêmes impliqués là-dedans. What is dedans? In this, in there. C'est clair, my teammates. Now répétez après moi. I'm giving you some vocabularies to you. Dedans, inside. Là-dedans, in this. Au-dedans, inside. We say the people are already itself involved in this. Là-dedans, au-dedans, dedans. Dedans is inside. Là-dedans, in there. En-dedans, inside. À l'intérieur. Répétez après moi. À l'intérieur, inside. So this is how we can speak, my teammates. C'est clair? Why? Et j'ai peur. I'm afraid. See, you have to understand, peur is my verb to afraid, but peur verb we always apply with our verb. I afraid, j'ai peur. In past, I got afraid, you have to use j'avais peur. L'imparfait of avoir. C'est clair, my teammates? Tell me yes or no. J'ai peur beaucoup. J'ai peur de voir. I afraid to see. J'ai peur de voir que les gens éduqués, that the educated people, les gens people éduqués, que les gens éduqués sont également impliqués dans ce terme d'inégalité. The people are itself, les gens éduqués, the educated people sont également, are equally involved, impliqués dans ce terme d'inégalité, in the term of this inequality. Qui j'ai vu dans les bureaux, obviously, which I saw in the offices. Et pour mon point de vue, c'est un grand virus rouge. This is a big virus qui existe dans notre nation, which exists in our nation. Is it clear to you? Maintenant, répétez après moi, my teammates. Let me write it down, made up this whiteboard. Use the term my teammates. Yes. If I will say, now I'm comparing my nation with the computer, which is threatened by big virus. For example, computer doesn't function well if there's a virus, and the same, our world is being threatened by this world inequality, which we consider now here in this, the theme is here in my, the theme is a big virus. Whatever you want to say it out. Now, répétez après moi. Maintenant, je compare ma nation avec ordinateur. You are comparing your nation with this, with the computer, qui est menacé, which is threatened par un gros virus, which is threatened by a big virus. Par exemple, l'ordinateur ne fonctionne pas bien. The computer doesn't function well. S'il y a un virus, if there's a virus, le même que notre monde est en train d'être, yes, en train de. We have a verb, en train de. Very important. If you are in the process, if you are now, for example, you're middle in something, you are middle in the something of reading, en train de lire. Je suis, I am. Now you are reading and you will say, hello, I'm in the middle of something. I'm middle in something of reading. I'm middle in something to cook. Je suis en train de. Répétez après moi. It means I am in the middle of. Now, for example, I'm teaching. Je suis en train d'enseigner. Enseigner is my verb to teach. Enseigner. I'm in the process of, basically, je suis en train de. I'm in the process of teaching. I'm teaching you. I'm teaching. I'm saying, je suis en train d'enseigner. Je suis en train de manger. I'm in the process of eating. I'm eating something. You say, je suis en train de. C'est clair. I'm in the process of. So what I'm saying is, l'ordinateur ne fonctionne pas bien s'il y a un virus la même, if there's a virus for the same. Que notre monde, that our world est en train d'être. It means my word, notre monde, my nation, my word, our word is in the process of to be menacé. Menacé is to be in the en train d'être menacé par ce mot inégalité. It means when the word is being threatened. Notre monde, répétez après moi. Notre monde est en train d'être menacé par ce mot inégalité. The word is in the process to be threatened, is being threatened. C'est clair. Être menacé, to be threatened par ce mot inégalité. Is it clear to you, my teammates? Clear? Now I will say, okay, what we can do is we can eliminate this. Nous considérons maintenant ici, we consider now, nous considérons ici, dans mon thème est un gros virus. Et pour bien fonctionner, cela doit être éliminé, is to eliminate. What I'm saying is, nous considérons, we consider maintenant, now, ici, here, dans mon thème, in my theme, it's a gros virus. This is a very big virus. My team exists with a very big virus. Et pour bien fonctionner, and for the well functioning, cela doit être éliminé. Cela doit être éradiqué. That must to be eliminated. Sinon, otherwise, nous ne sauverons pas notre nation. We don't save. Sauverons. We have sauvé. Sauverons. We will not save. We will not save. This futur, RON, RONS. Nous ne sauverons pas notre nation. We have sauvé, SAUVER. Sauverons. We will not save our nation. Et tout sera dispersé à cause de ça, and everything will be scattered, dispersed. Et tout sera, and everything, tout, all, sera is well, basically disperse, everything disperse, et tout sera dispersé à cause de ça, and everything would be scattered because of this term. Et nous devrions donner du poids à ce mot et essayer d'atténuer ce terme de notre nation. Is it clear to you, my team? Otherwise, we will not save our nation and everything will be scattered. Nous ne sauverons pas notre nation et tout sera dispersé. Because of this term, à cause de ce terme. Et nous devrions donner du poids. And we should give a poids is what? Weight. What is poids, my team? Weight. Weightage. We should, et nous devrions, we should donner, give du poids à ce mot. We should give the weightage of this word and try et essayer to diminish this, to diminish, atténuer. Atténuer, now, we have a diminuer is to diminish, atténuer is to diminish, eradicate is to eradicate, eliminate is to eliminate, atténuer. Et essayer and try d'atténuer, to diminish ce terme de notre nation, to diminish this term of our nation, atténuer. This is how we can start off with this, my teammates. Obviously, I want to give you a lot of things. Atténuer. Now, what I'm saying, my team, very beautiful lines these are, and use. Now, for example, if your any topic contain, the disadvantages, so use those lines, take some vocabularies from this. Is it clear to you, my team? Now, obviously, there's a very big structure I want to explain to you. Clear. Now I will say, for example, I will highlight few impact of this word, inequality. How does inequality affect the individual, society, and the economy? The answer is very simple. Less Equal societies have less stable economies, exactly. High level of income inequality are linked to the economic instability, financial crisis, debt, and inflation, my teammates. This is how inequality terms. Now, team, repeat after me. Let me write it down for you. I will highlight. If you remember, I already have explained to you the term highlight souligner. Souligner, right? Dégager, clarify. I will say, je soulignerai quelques impacts de ce mot. I want to highlight some impact of this word. Comme l'inégalité affecte-t-elle l'individu, la société et l'économie? Comment? Comment? How? Je soulignerai quelques impacts de ce mot. Comment l'inégalité... Now again you're asking a question. Comment l'inégalité affecte-t-elle? Affect l'individu, the individuals, la société et l'économie. La réponse est très simple. The response is very simple. Les sociétés moins égalitaires et ont des économies moins stables. What is that? Tell me. The answer, the less equal societies have less stable economies, right? Les sociétés moins égalitaires, moins is less. The less equal societies, les sociétés de societies moins less égalitaires, less equal societies, ont des économies moins stables, has a less stable economies. Is it clear to you, my teammates? Les niveaux élevés, les niveaux élevés is my verb to raise, the level of the rising. What is niveau? Niveau is my level, my team. What is niveau? The level of the rise is élevé is my verb to rise. The level of the rise of inequality. Les niveaux élevés d'inégalité. Des revenus sont liés à instabilité, l'instabilité. It means the revenue is what? The income. The income are linked to the l'instabilité économique, unstable economic. Le niveau, the high level, le niveau, the level, élevé to raise, d'inégalité des revenus sont liés à instabilité économique, à la crise financière. Crise is my crisis, financial crisis. Debt is your debt, debt. Et inflation and inflations. Is it clear to you, my teammates? Clear? Okay. Team, there are a lot of things I want to. Now you can say inequality affects how you see around you and your level of happiness. Now I want to compare this term between two countries. Now listen to me, my teammates. We have to give the country comparison. I'm telling you again and again and again. Is it clear to you? Then you will say, l'inégalité affecte la façon dont vous voyez ce qui vous entourent et votre niveau de bonheur. Maintenant, je vais comparer ce terme entre deux pays. Listen to me. What I'm saying, inequality, l'inégalité affecte la façon de voir dont vous voyez, where, how you see, dont vous voyez, voir verb. If you remember voir verb, we have done je vois, tu vois, vous voyez. Il, elle voit, nous voyons, il, elle voit. So the way in which you see. Now répétez après moi. L'inégalité affecte la façon dont how vous voyez ce qui vous entourent. It means ce qui, those, ce qui is those, around you. Entourant is my verb to around. Ce qui vous entourant et votre niveau de bonheur, the level of the happiness. See, If I say inequality affects how you see those around you and your level of happiness. L'inégalité affecte la façon, affecte the way dont vous voyez ce qui vous entoure et votre niveau de bonheur. Maintenant, je vais comparer ce terme entre deux pays. And now I'm going to compare this term with two countries. Clear, my teammates? So I believe I should not go with this very heavy content because you just started with your program. Okay. So I have a lot of terms because this content is not ended obviously. I have to go with this, the impact again. I have to go with the solution. Now, what is the solution? What solution we can add on in this, right? But obviously, how we can start the, the B2 content like this. Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
A lot of content we have. Abhi to it is just we started. Inequality pay. I will say, I have to give the country comparison. I'm saying India is the most uh, unequal societies is a country in this world, because if I have to give my country comparison, because there's so lot of things are not quantified, whatever I want to say, then I will say the survey shows that this word, ये जो word है, proven to be a big disaster, and this problem is at the top of the list. Clear? So we have a lot of terms which we have to describe, but obviously you have to practice first with those content. Now, for example, if I will say, mm, the survey shows that this word proven to be a big disaster, and this problem is at the top of the list. Hence, some solution has to be there. So let's look some solution of the problem. Uh, because we already have discussed a lot of things, right? Okay. Then I will say, sorry, I'm extremely sorry. Let me write it down. The surveys, what is a survey? Les enquêtes. Répétez après moi. Les enquêtes, we have a surveys. Les enquêtes montrent, we have to show. Les enquêtes montrent que ce mot, c'est avère. Yes. This avère is what? If I will say this word is proven to be avère. Avere is my verb to proven. Les enquêtes, the surveys, montrent que ce mot, that this word, proven, c'est avéré. This word has proven. Les enquêtes montrent que, the survey shows that, if we say, oh, this, exactly, the survey shows that this thing, blah, 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 proven to be blah, blah, blah. Is it clear to you? Les enquêtes montrent que ce mot, c'est avéré. Être un grand désastre, et ce problème est en tête de liste exactement. D'où certain la solution doit être. Now, what is that? Doit être là. That solution has to be there. La solution doit être là. Et regardons donc une solution à ce problème. Now, répétez après moi. Les enquêtes montrent que, the service shows that, que ce mot, c'est avéré, that this word is proven, c'est avéré, use those terms. Être un grand désastre is being a big disaster, is a problem, et en tête de list, and this problem is at the top of the list. Do certain la solution, and hence the solution has, do certain la solution doit être là. And solution has to be there. Être là. Vous êtes là? You there? We say, vous êtes là? Répétez après moi. You there? Vous êtes là? Là is there. La solution doit être là. Et regardons donc une solution à ce problème. And look, however, a solution of this problem. Then we'll look for the solution. Is it clear to you? Clear, my teammates?
Yes,
Clear?
sir.
We have a lot of content which I want to discuss, but first of all, I want, in this session, I will send it to you. A very important session. So, what you observe after this session, Rashi? Tell me.
So we have framed a very good line of like beginning and then talking. So at least now we will be able to talk at least matlab, with good speed. Like we
Yes,
should talk in like for
because
10 minutes,
yes,
7, 8, 10 minutes at least.
exactly.
Even if we forget a
Abhi
few
to
lines.
very good. We just started because
Yes,
see, it is just we started, and gradually we will add on the content with the beginner. Now, how to start? Today is the different content we started. The next is a different content. How to start
right.
again? How to start again? A
But
different
there will
different
be many
content.
templates and many
Yeah.
similarities that we can basically learn and practice so that they are on our tips. Every
Yes,
topic will be different, but uh,
we can
it's
add on
it
the
can be really same also.
yes. So we can practice with the stuff.
Yes, sir.
And one day will come. Now, for example, we discuss 90 topics, for example. So don't you think so? In every 90 topic, see, inequality, we just describe a very small part. A solution has to be described, right? Then how to go with the endings. If you know the opening in B2 and you know the ending in B2, you'll get, if you have 25 marks exam, so you'll get 10 out of it,
Right,
right?
sir.
And then there's the middle of the portion you will discuss exactly. See that how we can working with the content of the B2, and it will
Mm-hmm.
help you to in your writing structure also. You'll so we have a verb desastre, atténuer, la façon dont vous voyez, the way you see. C'est
Mm-hmm.
clair. So practice, please. Pratiquez beaucoup. C'est clair.
Yes, sir.
I will share the recording, listen the recording again and
Yes.
again, because tomorrow again we have a 9 o'clock class. We'll discuss the
Hmm.
solution, and again we'll pick one again topic and we'll discuss for this. Is it
Sure,
clear?
sir. So can we do the solutions and the company country comparison tomorrow so that at least one
Yes,
complete
yes, yes.
template we have ready?
That's what I said. I'm saying the
Okay, okay.
solution we'll discuss and the country comparison we'll discuss tomorrow, so
Sure.
that we'll get a one content of a one in it of
Yes,
one
at least
theme.
one complete. And now, suppose that I think you give us one topic. At
Mm-hmm.
least we should copy the starting and
Yes,
the ending and try
yes,
and create the middle part. At least for 12, 13 marks out of 25, we can prepare just
yes.
comparing with inequality only.
Exactly, exactly.
Till
C'est
Tuesday,
clair?
then we will do one topic then
Yes,
on
yes.
our own.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay. We'll share some
Yes, sir.
listening portion also. Tomorrow we'll do some listening portion also. Okay, so
Sure.
that, but obviously, practice with the stuff. So you need a
Sure, sir.
recording of today's session?
Yes, sir, most definitely. I took a few screenshots today. I could not write as I told you.
No
Was a
problem.
little
I'm
busy,
going to share
but I took.
this
But I
recording.
want the because I've not taken whole screenshots also and a few meanings and everything. I want the recording
What
for
you,
tomorrow.
what you, what's your feeling now? Now, what you are assuming to yourself. So
I'm
can we
very
start in the next 15 days, 20 days, the speaking with
Yes,
this?
I'm quite confident if one template we have, that is why I'm so confidently saying, if one template we have, we can write the second template for any other problem like population maybe or
Mhm.
uh, gender discrimination, maybe something like that in
Mhm.
the other class, just on the basis of what templates you've given today. Too many words are there, so if we get through all these words and templates, I think we can write at least a 12, 13 marks passage for another
Yes.
topic also.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So, let me record this. Let me, sorry, convert this
Sure, sir.
recording.
Please record. Yeah.
Okay. And we'll
Yeah.
share it across to you. Okay.
Sure,
Okay.
sir. Yeah.
All right. Take care. So be
Thank you,
available
sir.
tomorrow at 9 in the morning. Yeah.
Yes, sir.